Ever feel like your AI conversations are just all over the place? One day it gets you, the next it's totally lost. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. We're going to dive into something called Claude Skills. Think of it as a way to bring some much-needed order and consistency to how you work with your AI.
So, does this sound familiar? You've got a big task, you open up a chat with Claude, and what happens? You spend the first 10 minutes just explaining everything, the context, the rules, the workflow, for the 100th time. It's kind of like hiring this brilliant new assistant every single morning, but you have to train them all over again from square one. It's exhausting, right?
And that right there is what I like to call the repetition trap. It's this frustrating cycle of inefficiency you get stuck in when the AI just doesn't remember your specific ways of doing things. You know, your workflows, your best practices. It creates so much friction, not just for you, but for your whole team.
And this trap, it just leads to a whole cascade of frustrations. I mean, since every chat starts from zero, the results you get are all over the map. One prompt gives you gold, the next one, not so much. It makes it almost impossible to build reliable processes. And pretty soon, it feels like you're fighting against the AI instead of working with it.
Okay, so how do we actually get out of this trap? Well, there's a really simple and honestly brilliant analogy for it. We need to stop treating our AI like a line cook who can just follow any random order you throw at them. Instead, we need to train it to be a professional chef, one who knows our specific recipes by heart.
And this is the perfect way to picture it. If you've already got a working integration with Claude, you've essentially built the professional kitchen. You've got all the tools, the ingredients, the fancy equipment, it's all there. But here's the thing, a kitchen, no matter how great, doesn't know what to make. That's where Claude Skills come in. They are the recipes, the actual step-by-step instructions that tell Claude how to use your kitchen to whip up something valuable time and time again.
So you might be wondering, how does this whole recipe thing actually work without, totally overwhelming the AI with information? The magic is in this really clever, super efficient 3-layer system.
Seriously, think of it like a real cookbook. The first layer, this YAML front matter, that's just the table of contents. It's always visible, giving Claude a quick peek at all the recipes it knows. So when you ask for something like a sprint planning recipe, Claude doesn't have to read the entire cookbook. Nope, it just flips to the right page. That's the SKMLD body with all the detailed instructions. And if that recipe needs a special ingredient, like a template or a style guide, it just pops over to the pantry, the linked files, and grabs exactly what it needs.
This whole system is built on a really powerful idea called progressive disclosure. It's a fancy term for a simple concept. Don't show everything at once. By only giving Claude information exactly when it becomes necessary, the whole thing stays incredibly efficient. This is huge because it minimizes token usage, which, as you know, is crucial for performance, but it still gives the AI access to this deep expert knowledge at the exact moment it's needed. Best of both worlds.
All right, so we've talked about the problem, we've got the chef analogy, and we've even looked under the hood at how it works. So what's the payoff? What actually happens when you put these recipes, these skills to work? Well, you go from that world of frustrating chaos to a world of beautiful, satisfying consistency. And believe me, the difference is night and day. Look at this. On one side, you have the total chaos of starting from scratch every single time. But on the other side, with skills, your pre-built workflows just click into place. Inconsistency gets replaced with solid reliability. That steep learning curve for new tools, it flattens right out. And maybe the most important part, your team's best practices aren't just some document nobody reads. They're actually embedded right into the workflow. And that right there, that is the absolute heart of it. This is so much more than just automation. It's about codifying excellence. It's about taking the genius of your best people and your most effective processes and making that the default standard for every single AI interaction. It's how you guarantee quality and consistency at scale. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you could teach your AI one perfect, totally repeatable workflow, one recipe that you know would save your team a ton of time and get rid of a ton of frustration, what would it be? Because that, right there, is the power you get with Claude Skills.